Hi, I'm theciaellis, and welcome to Grandma's Homestead. It's still morning. The heat wave has broken pretty good, but it's still warm out here. I just got all the chores done. Everybody's fed and watered, but I've got a pig hut that needs to be repaired, and we have a trailer that I'll show you in a minute that will facilitate getting a Yoda to the processor here in a couple of days. And that's a sad thought, but you know what? That's part of farm life, and I'm really grateful for the loan of this trailer. So let's get started. Let me show you what's going on with this pig hut. As you can see, it is coming off. And you know what? This is my fault. Apparently, I can't pay attention to details. This is supposed to be 3/4 inch plywood instead of 1/4 inch. And we had even used, if you can see here, some big washers to help keep them in place. But pigs are rough. So, I need to get my screws. I'm going to get a piece of scrap wood and just tack it on top of it and see if I can get this to be put back into place. And I kind of need to get in gear. These guys are still enjoying their breakfast, and if not, I can get a little more feed out for them. It won't take much to keep them distracted. Well, that is obviously just a temporary fix. And you can see this board is going to need to be replaced eventually anyway, and I'm okay with that. This is not a good board to choose to use, but at this point it's solid. We'll see how long it lasts, and I'll look into getting another piece of probably thicker plywood so it will last longer this next time. This is a nice trailer that's been loaned to us. I'm excited about that. It's even got a ramp. Oh, he's even got it where whoever walks up him is not crazy, going a little bit crazy by that the metal part there. And it's got like 2 different partitions. This is going to work out pretty good. I'm excited. And Yoda is the pig that we're taking to the processor Monday. For a variety of reasons. First of all, we knew when he was a piglet that he's just not quite right, and we're wondering if he's blind and or deaf, and he's in his own little world. He is actually getting limp. He's limping a lot now too. We had him castrated, so that we're not gonna have to worry about boar tent or anything like that, but you can he's not walking right, just like his dad. So I'm beginning to think that this is a hereditary thing, and I need to do something different along the line. I mean, these guys seem to be doing real good too. Whenever Oscar Mayer started getting all limp, we thought it was because he had fallen off the girls when he was mating them. He obviously doesn't mate anybody, and he's just as gimpy and getting as bad as Oscar was. So he has trouble when he gets into the pig hut to sleep. He has trouble getting up. I have to actually go lift the pig hut off of him so that he can have the room to actually get up and walk. So yeah, it's gonna be sad, but it's gonna actually put meat in our freezer too. So that's kind of the way it is, life on the farm. You can see the piglets. I'm looking for homes for them. I'll be posting them in various places, I suppose, because they're ready. And Mom's ready. She's had a hard time in this heat, and I really am glad that it's cooler today. And obviously, I don't know if you can see her back around the corner there. She's in the water, in the mud hole. But the piglets are growing nicely. But 11 piglets for one mom is just hard. All right, that's done. A whole nother week of feed. All right, it is Monday morning, and today is a day we've got to take Yoda to the processor. We're trying to get things set up and try to make this as smooth as possible. I'm going to record it, and if it doesn't go well at all, then we won't show it to you. But right now, that's what we're working to do. I couldn't ask for a better morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's only 73 degrees. The sky's cloudy. I don't know if it's because it's the very outer edges of the hurricane that took landfall last night, or what it is, but it's very still, it's very cloudy, and it's going to be much better than it being hot. So let's see what we can get done. But first, let's get some of these guys fed so they'll be a little more quiet. You ready? All right. They're slow. Over here. Come here.
I think we get him up in there. If we can get him up in there past this gate, close that gate, and then that way we can lift this gate up without having to worry about him getting out.
That's what the board's for, not a stake. Is the only one? You didn't grab another one? Well, that could have gone a whole lot worse, and it did not. Thank you, Lord. We got Yoda safely to the processor. Okay, safely may not be the right word. Well, he got there safely, but oh, yeah. This one was a little bit more difficult for me, I think. I don't know. You know, taking birds to the processor, I'm just not that into my chickens, but I also know that my customers like my chicken eggs, and we like to eat chicken and stuff. Yoda was a little bit special to me because he was special. He was a runt. He had some deformities, and but at the same time, he wasn't growing. His sisters are literally double his size, and I get the feeling there's something that is genetically wrong with him, because he started getting crippled too. And his father is one that got crippled. And I had mentioned this before, but when we had his father processed last year, his hind legs didn't work at all by the time we got him to the processor. And that was a fiasco getting that poor pig loaded up to take to the processor. Yoda it takes him a while, and he's very vocal. But he would get up and he could finally get around, and I was really grateful that he made it up the ramp okay, and that went as well and as calmly as it could have. But he was not happy. He was not thriving. When you're in that much pain, you can't, So it was time for him to go to the processor. And, it breaks my heart, but that is what it is. I'm sure he's going to taste good. When we had Oscar Meyer processed last year, Oscar was under a lot of stress. He had not been castrated, and so we were worried about boar taint, but so we got most of him ground. So this time we're looking forward to a couple of roasts and ribs and stuff like that. And that reminds me, I need to call him back. I want to ask him about a couple of things, the processor. So I'll call him here in a minute. I have to get the feeling this is going to be a little bit of a short video, but you know what? It is what it is. We got something done. Yoda's going to go in our freezer pretty soon, and I'm okay with that. I got to figure out what to do with the rest of these pigs. In fact, probably one of my very soon ones. I've got to load up 11 piglets and take them to auction. So that might be a fun one too, but we'll work on that on the next time. All right, guys. Oh, I do want to remind you, if I am still working on the series, Are You Ready for the Next Great Depression? I haven't done one in a little while, but I'm still working on it. But if you go to my YouTube channel, well, you're here at my YouTube channel now, duh. But look under, what is it called? I had some wheat today. I've discovered that my wheat allergies have not diminished, and I've been having a lot of trouble with brain fog. And when I quit eating wheat, I got sharper, but I had some biscuits and gravy this morning, and I'm feeling it. But the category that you go into for when you go on YouTube, that's called Are You Ready for the Next Great Depression? And also, when you go to This Grandma's Life podcast, I have done the same thing. So if you'd rather just listen to it, go to This Grandma's Life podcast and listen to Are You Ready for the Next Great Depression? I'm going to be having another episode coming up on that pretty quick, I hope. So we'll work on that. So I want to remind you of that. I am planning on having a sunset tonight. I've got it scheduled. We'll see how it goes. Until then, I'll see you next time, guys. God bless.